Welcome to designersholiday.com. I'm going to show you how to apply a wall transfer. We chose something difficult just to make sure we walk through all the steps and make it as easy as possible for you. This is difficult because it's a large image. It's got lots of intricate, delicate design around it, and also some floating objects here, large P. Now the first part you need to do is to choose where it's going to go on the wall, and then level it. We want it right here, and then you need to level it to the image, with the red part, not the edges of the paper, but to the actual image that's sandwiched in between the two layers of paper. And the best way to do that is to take some tape and just tape it up on the wall, like that in the middle, and then either measure from the ceiling or from the floor, and just measure down to the image, like I said, and not the edge of the paper. Okay, looks like right, quarter there, and same on this side. So, and then you need to mark it so that you know where you can get. We can go back to this spot later. I've already marked it here before. You can either do it with pencil or tape or anything just to make a temporary mark on your wall. Let's take it down now. When it comes in the mail, it's going to have tape on the edges. This is just for shipping. It's not an important part of the image or anything. So what we'll do is we'll want to cut that. So we'll want to separate the image here a little bit. And I need to tell you also, if you're doing lettering and you're hanging on the wall, if it says something, you need to measure toward a couple of letters that are the same. Like if there was something that went along here and there was two E's in it, a good way to measure is measure to the E's so that you know you're nice and straight. We want to make it look real sharp. Okay, back to where we were. So I've cut the tape on this side, and I'll cut it over here as well. Do this with scissors or whatever is convenient for you, or even a fingernail will probably work. There we go. Now, when it comes to you, it's going to have been rolled up, and when it rolls up, there's likely going to be bubbles in the transfer tape here, and that's not a problem, or lines, and that's not a problem. You've got, just so you know, you've got three layers here. You've got the transfer tape, which is semi-transparent. You've got the vinyl image sandwiched in the middle, and then you've got the backing that's a little thicker and it's not transparent. What we're going to do is remove the backing, put it on the wall, and then remove the transfer tape. Therefore, the image will be left set in the wall. So, the first part is we need to make sure that the transfer tape is well applied to the vinyl image, and you need to use some kind of a card, driver's license, credit card, whatever you need, and just work the image a little bit. Make sure that it's got a nice grip to the transfer tape. If there's bubbles, try to work those bubbles out the best you can. Now, it's going to be important to do this, especially if you're applying to a really flat surface like glass. Make sure you do a good job and get all the bubbles out. We've got a real heavy textured wall that we're going to be applying on, which we'll show you a little bit later, some of the tricks to help on that. But just make sure you get everything out real nice. If you need to, if there's a bubble you just can't get rid of, like this one right here, a good thing to do is take a little pin or something and pierce it sideways, and so that you don't mark the image at all, and it's gone. Now that's not important for applying it to walls that have texture, but like I said, if you're going on glass, you want to make sure that there's no bubbles. Otherwise it just makes it, gives a greater tendency to put a bubble in the vinyl. But usually you won't have that problem. Okay, next part is we need to remove the backing from the paper here so we can stick it on the wall. So like I said, we've done a good job to make sure we've got all the parts, all the edges, especially in these delicate areas. And then we'll start at a corner and start start to unpeel it. See how it's starting to come off here. And then, now what we want is we want the red to stick on the transfer tape and not the backing. So we need to start it, and if it doesn't quite do it at first, just help it a little. There we go. Now this part of the process, you need to have patience. It takes a while. You've got to go real slow. Just don't be in a hurry. Just take it nice and easy. And then if something doesn't stick quite right, you can always just help it down a little by rubbing it on a little harder onto the transfer tape. Nice and easy. Remember, you're not in a hurry. See that's sticking right there? Just kind of go under here and help it stick down a little better. It's best not to touch the vinyl. If you touch the vinyl, you'll get some of the oils on your skin on the vinyl and it won't stick quite as well. It's nice and easy. Let's over here. It's not a big deal. Just need a little extra persuasion. Sometimes too, if you pull it at an angle, a tighter angle, it helps it come apart and stay down a little better. Now see here, we've got a little bit of the transfer tape tearing. That's not a problem. All you do is just kind of work your way around. I'm going to stick a little needle in here to help it separate. Just like that. And keep going. Once again, we can touch the transfer tape, but we don't want to touch the image itself. I'll help in this corner here. Just keep rolling. We'll keep doing this until we get the entire image, the backing off the entire image.